Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Chisme Chronicles podcast, episode number 3.
We did it. I feel like we're official now. 3 episodes in?
3 episodes in, showing a lot of consistency here, showing a lot of maturity. Stupid. We are 16 subscribers in. Damn, man.
Everybody, all 16 of you are getting a car.
What the heck?
Just kidding. Just kidding.
I'm proud of every one of those subscribers.
Yeah.
I'm proud of every single one of them. Do you remember did you ever see the movie Get Him to the Greek?
No.
No, there's that movie's hilarious. So Get Him to the Greek is with a Jonah Hill.
Okay.
Jonah Hill, and he's like he is I don't know what you call them, like a talent scout guy, or he basically tries to find artists to sign to the label.
Gotcha.
And then there's this other guy, I don't remember his name, but he's a comedian, and he's an actor, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about he was like, everyone was trying to like give ideas for what they're doing. How are we going to sign, how are we going to find the new hot artists out there or whatever.
Yeah.
And he says, he's like, man, I found this new girl. She's awesome. He's like, I swear she's going to be the new Missy Elliott, or he says either Missy Elliott or this other super famous African-American singer, Mary J. Blige. I think he's like, I swear she's the next Mary J. Blige.
Okay.
And he's like, and P. Diddy, he's like, he's like, he says something like, shut up, man. What's the last person that you said you found? And the guy's like, Chocolate Daddy. He's like, I can't hear you. What's his name? He's like, Chocolate Daddy. And he's like, and how many units did Chocolate Daddy sell? And I think he sold like, I don't remember, like 100 units or something.
Aww.
And he's like, 100 units. He's like, I'm proud of every one of those units.
That's where we're at. That's where we're at right now.
He found Chocolate Daddy.
Yeah.
And he was so confident in that time that Chocolate Daddy was gonna be like awesome.
The next big one.
Yeah. And he sold 2,000 units or whatever it was. It was like nothing. He's like, I'm proud of every one of those units.
We're proud of every one of our 16 subscribers.
That's me. We started this because we thought it'd be fun for us to do it, because we find it interesting, and we're both like chatty people with like a lot of opinions.
Good banter. I think it's funny. We would do this anyway, so just kind of recording it is the difference.
Yeah, so now we're like, you know what? Maybe there's other people that would also enjoy listening to us, because clearly there are people, thousands and thousands of people that enjoy these stories also.
Yeah, I love talking smack.
Yeah, and so we're like, well, you know what? Maybe people will enjoy our take.
Yeah. And
16 subscribers in.
Obviously, 16 people have enjoyed our takes.
I love it. And maybe other people that haven't subscribed. But
maybe.
So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe so that you can, listen to...
listen to us talk shit.
I was gonna say listen to our dumbasses talk shit.
we were going the same way. You didn't say that animated enough. You got to do it like the real YouTubers. That smash that like button.
Yeah.
Hit that bell.
Bing ding ding, with the little thing that comes in.
We don't know how to do that yet.
We don't know how to
just
do that.
pretend it's right here.
Yeah. We're excited to do episode 3.
Yeah.
And hope you guys like these stories. So
let's get into it.
Like always, I'll kick it off.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So this is a short one.
Okay.
But I thought it was pretty interesting.
Gotcha.
Am I the asshole for not letting my sister-in-law hold our baby? My wife and I just brought home our beautiful baby. When we got home, I wanted my older son to hold the baby. He is 14. But my wife said no. She said she wasn't comfortable with anyone but us holding the baby yet. I wasn't happy about this, but I respect that. As a mom, she's anxious about how vulnerable our baby is. So I let it go. Yesterday, her sister came over and her sister came over and wanted to hold the baby. I said no, that my wife and I aren't comfortable with anyone but us holding him yet. My wife then said it was fine, that her sister was a special case. I said no, that I wasn't comfortable with it. Her sister was offended and left. My wife is angry with me and says I was an asshole to her sister. I think I'm just being consistent. Was I an asshole to my sister-in-law? But let me give you another piece of information that I found in the comments. Like initially, I was like, do you actually feel that way, or were you just saying that because your wife said it and she didn't let your son hold it. So now you're like, well, let's be fair to everyone.
Yeah.
Like, so I had all these thoughts initially, right?
Okay.
But I went into the comments a little bit, and someone asked, like, is it both of your guys' kid?
Yeah, that was that was going to be my question.
And he replied, he's like, no, he's my son.
Oh my gosh.
So then I was like, oh, okay, that adds
Yeah.
like a whole nother layer, or that changes like my initial gut reaction.
Yeah, especially because I don't obviously know, but like just based off of what I've been surrounded by, it was kind of giving first time mom vibes. But I was like, if they have a 14-year-old son, that's a little bit weird that she's still.
Yeah,
but
I mean, unless she also felt that way
with the first
one and
which
stuff.
yeah, basically initially I was like, okay, like whatever, like it's a little bit weird to me to not have their child that lives with them be able to hold the kid. But I mean, I'm not a parent. I have no idea. And I was like, that's totally valid. I feel like he's not the asshole. I feel like he's trying to remain consistent, and he probably felt like a little bit defensive of his son.
Yeah. So
that's his son's sibling.
Yeah. So, we have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. Our 3-year-old was like 2 years old, 2 and something when our 1-year-old was born, obviously.
Yeah.
And like, she held her while
Yeah.
we're helping out and stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
But like, when you're 14 years old, like you know what's up. Like,
Yeah.
hey, hold him like this. Make sure you hold the head pretty good. Blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah.
I mean, unless the 14-year-old has like some crazy emotional issues or something that we're not aware of,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, yeah, the dad is definitely not the asshole. He's trying to remain consistent and definitely a little bit defensive of his son, but I feel like that's valid,
Yeah, I mean,
because I don't think he would have had any problem with the sister-in-law holding the baby at all. But
yeah. So initially, I thought, let's just say it's both of their kid, the 14-year-old.
okay,
And he's like, damn, well, I guess, yeah, okay. She doesn't want anybody.
yeah,
to hold
nobody
the
can
baby.
hold the baby. That's not a big deal.
Yeah, and then when she's like, okay, my sister can hold the baby. He's like, yo, but like you're not letting our son hold the baby, so
Yeah.
then no one's gonna hold the baby.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm a little bit conflicted on that one, if that was the case, because I'm all about like what's fair is
Justice,
fair,
yeah.
justice. What's fair is fair. So I'm like, yeah, I kind of would be like, yo, if you didn't let our kid hold the baby, why the next day are you letting your sister hold the baby? Like,
yeah.
that's not
Especially, I feel like an extra grievance that I have with that is that she didn't consult him. She wasn't like, oh, well, like, I mean, yeah, I mean, she couldn't have because it wasn't right anyways. But say that for whatever reason, she had some kind of justification for the kid not holding it.
Yeah.
Then she should have told the husband, like, hey, my sister's coming over. I'm going to let her hold the baby.
Yeah.
Instead of springing it on him, because then, I mean, it sounds like the sister-in-law asked him and he was just upholding his wife's wishes. And then she kind of
And then she's like, no, it's okay.
Yeah. And he's like, no, it's not.
And she's like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but but I guess, going back to what the facts are that it's his kid only.
Right.
So yeah, you would be kind of, you would
Yeah,
be
but
upset,
I mean, it's also her kid if she signed up for that,
No, totally.
deal. So it's like, yeah, she's totally not being fair.
Yeah. So
I mean, I know that's not what you were arguing.
yeah,
but
of course. Like
yeah.
if you're going to marry someone that has a kid, then
Yeah.
you are accepting everything. You're taking responsibility. Package deal.
Yeah.
So it sounds like, I agree that she's the asshole because it feels like she was kind of being
A jerk.
Yeah, she was being a jerk. She was being an ass to her stepson.
Which is, that's, I mean, if I was 14 and I couldn't hold my my sibling, whatever, that's awful. That's an awful feeling.
Especially if the next day your aunt comes over.
Yeah.
Or your step aunt, and all of a sudden, like, she can hold him. You'd be like, yo, like.
And I'm assuming
you'd
that
feel terrible.
Yeah. And I'm assuming that he lives there at least part-time. And so he's going to be interacting with the baby anyways. Like,
yeah. That's so messed up because
it's like having a puppy that you can't pet.
Yeah. yeah. But everyone else can.
Yeah. It's just
dumb. But like, yeah, like that's his brother or I'm not sure if it was
sibling.
a boy or girl. That's his sibling. And, I feel like that would start to create like some feelings.
Yeah.
Like,
especially if I was 14.
My mom was like,
yeah.
Cool.
Especially if I was 14. Like now, not only do I like dislike my stepmom.
Yeah.
It's also like, maybe you're damaging the bond between your newborn kid and their half sibling.
Yeah.
Sucks.
So
that mom sucks.
She sucks. We both go with she sucks.
Yeah. Asshole. Okay.
All right, story number 2.
Story number 2. Also a short one.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Am I the a-hole for... Sorry. Am I
Get
the
it together, Kaylee.
I'm doing my best.
Kaylee's always like, okay, my turn. Am I the asshole? You're like, I'm sorry. Okay, here we go.
I find myself very entertaining. Okay.
Yeah.
No, this one's not funny. It's just, I mean, it's a good story. It's just not funny. Okay. Am I the asshole for not punishing my 7-year-old daughter for her play relationships? My husband and I have a 7-year-old daughter together, Layla. A few months ago, Layla got a boyfriend, quotes, boyfriend, Lucas. They are both 7, so it's obviously not a real relationship. They just hold hands sometimes, and they drew each other little hearts for Valentine's Day. So cute. Mm-hmm. This week, Layla was apparently holding hands with another boy, who also sent Layla a Valentine's Day love letter, and Lucas took offense to it. We found out because Lucas's parents called to tell us Lucas won't be coming over this Saturday like it was originally planned because he is mad at Layla. My husband wants us to punish Layla and wants me to have a talk with her about faithfulness. At first I thought he was joking, but no, he was serious. He says that Layla cheated on Lucas and I, as her mother, should do something about it. I told my husband that Layla is 7, not a cheater, and I won't treat her as such. He then accused me of raising a cheater and encouraging bad behavior. Am I the asshole for not wanting to punish Layla?
That is ridiculous.
It's so funny.
I mean, my gut reaction is she's not the asshole.
Yeah. No, absolutely not.
Yeah, but like, damn, this guy is serious.
The husband, I mean, not to like, I know everybody always makes like wild assumptions, and I was going to say not to do that, but that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
This husband has some problems.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe he's been cheated on.
Yeah, that's
exactly
what I'm saying. He has trust issues or something, and he's like, this is my daughter, and I'm raising a cheater.
Dude,
or he didn't even say we. He said, you're raising a cheater.
Yeah. And also, I think that it's interesting that he says, as the mother, you need to talk to her.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Dads are not responsible for sons, and mothers are not solely responsible.
No, it's a package. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
team
both,
efforts.
It's so, and it's kind of like he's like, I got cheated on, by women.
That's exactly what I'm assuming.
So you as my wife, you got to be you're responsible.
You need to teach this lesson.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and also like it sounds like, I mean, a little bit like slut shamey.
Dude, like
to a 7-year-old? That's wild.
His obviously, it sounds like his he's definitely got some issues, and he's
I'm glad you were also jumping to this conclusion, because I was like, maybe I'm like, I mean, I know like people are very like parasocial, and like that's a whole kind of like you need to get divorced thing that we were talking about, like people just jumping to like wild conclusions. But I feel like this is valid here. I don't feel like this is an insane conclusion to have drawn that this man has some trust issues.
Yeah, no, I think that's like, it's that feels right. Like,
yeah,
if you're making something like this about 7-year-olds, you're just like second graders.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
straight up, like she held hands with somebody else, and like also I think it's hilarious that and I don't think that Lucas's parents, their original boyfriend, I don't think that they're assholes, but I think it's hilarious to imagine having to make that call of like, hey, my son says that your daughter cheated on him, so he's not coming over for a play date on Saturday.
I that is funny to imagine it that way. It is funny to imagine it that way, but like, I'm sure they were like, hey,
he's upset.
We're not gonna go over because he's kind of upset. He doesn't want to go over. Oh, okay.
Yeah, cool. Him and Layla got into a little spat. Like, no big deal. But I imagine like your daughter cheated on my son.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, what the little girl is like saying or kind of like imagining. Or at least communicates with her parents, like, oh, what was his name? Lucas was the original. Lucas, like, oh, he's my little boyfriend, or I like him, or this and that, and then he's like, oh, now I have another boyfriend, and I like him too, and blah 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 blah. Like, I mean, you could. There's nothing wrong with like, explaining like, hey,
we only have one boyfriend.
Yeah. That's normal.
But like, not like punishing.
Yeah, like a punish thing.
Yeah, you cheated on Lucas.
Like, what are you talking about?
You're
like,
7 years old.
7 years old. Get out of my face.
Yeah.
Get that corn out of my face.
Like, oh my
gosh.
Like,
yeah, it's just, I mean, the guy is, or the father he sounds
insane.
He got some issues.
Yeah, I don't know if he's the asshole. I'm gonna be
intense.
honest. I don't know if I would give him that label, but I think he needs to like go to therapy and talk to his dad.
I feel like he's an asshole. I mean, like
Yeah.
I mean, like he's saying asshole things. Like,
Yeah.
you're raising a cheater.
Okay, yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I mean? So I feel like he's wrong.
I'm gonna give him a light asshole and a prescription for a couple therapy sessions.
You want to give everyone therapy.
Everybody needs therapy, especially this man in particular.
Damn. Okay. Next story.
Next story.
All right. Am I the asshole for making my roommate pay half of my cat's vet bill or move out? Okay. I am a 23-year-old female, and my new roommate is a 24-year-old female, Allie. I am solely on the lease, and she lives with me, but has not signed a lease yet. It has only been 2 weeks. We both have one cat each.
Okay.
And have been slowly introducing them to each other. Both pets have lived with other animals, dogs, and cats in the past. This past week, I came home one day and could not find my cat. After 10 minutes of looking, I found him behind the toilet in the bathroom, not looking good. I helped him out from behind to find a huge cut and bleeding on his right shoulder area. There was lots of blood. I immediately took him to the vet. He ended up needing to stay overnight and get stitches. I contacted my roommate while at the vet, and she said, "Oh yeah, my cat got him pretty good, so I locked yours in the bathroom."
Oh.
My vet bill ended up being over $600 when all said and done, and my cat had to be monitored for about 14 days after. I talked to Allie about it, and she admitted she left the cats alone together because she wanted to play video games, and hers attacked mine, and she didn't know what to do, so she locked mine in the bathroom so she could continue her game, and forgot about him. When I got home from the vet, I took the bill to Allie and said, "We are splitting the bill." She instantly got upset and said there's no way she should have to pay for the bill when it's my cat. I told her that her actions and pet caused the accident and she needs to be more careful when introducing pets. Allie is refusing to pay half the bill. I told her that if she can't own up and pay half the bill, that I cannot have her living with me.
Mm-hmm.
If I can't trust her to be alone with our pets, I don't want my cat getting more hurt in the future because of her. Our coworkers are now telling me that I am in the wrong because I shouldn't be giving her a pay or move out ultimatum. Am I in the wrong here? And then there's an edit. It says, yes, I did have my cat locked in my room when I left for work in the morning. Allie let him out to help with the introductions.
Oh my gosh.
So the coworkers are saying, like, you're an asshole for telling her you need to pay half of this bill or move out.
I don't understand. Obviously not the asshole, but I don't understand like how these people, like, who are these people surrounding themselves with? Everybody's delusional.
Dude, so many of the stories that we read are like that, right?
Yeah.
Like they're like when the other person is like so wild.
Yeah, it makes me imagine that like the other person is like spinning a completely different narrative, you know? Like, I don't know. And that's maybe the other person is telling all the coworkers like a totally different story.
Yeah.
I don't understand. But no, obviously not the asshole. Obviously she's responsible for her pets.
So, and even if they're both saying the same story, right? The other people that are saying, the other coworkers that are saying like, okay, well, yeah, maybe this happened or maybe that happened, but like you can't tell her pay half the bill or move out.
They've only been living together for 2 weeks. It would be a different situation if it's like she's on the lease, we've been together for 1.5 years, then maybe it's like, okay, you're kind of putting her out on her ass a little bit. But I mean, they've been together for, I don't think she should kick her out to the curb, but be like, okay, you got to move out in a month then.
So like, it kind of sucks a little bit if she's like, yo, you need to pay or you need to move out. And if the girl's like, oh, I'm not going to pay.
Yeah.
Then like, well, you need to get the hell out.
Then you need to move out. But yeah,
and she
just
might be like,
you
oh,
have this
damn,
much time.
Like this sucks. Like I got kicked out or I have to move out. But like, even though that kind of situation, it does suck for the other person, but it's also like you're bringing it upon yourself.
It sucks, but it's her fault. I mean, it's a consequence.
But what I feel is good for the other person. The person that like whose cat got hurt is like this story, like just that alone, like that's a big red flag for me.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like she needs to move out and you need to be like free of her because
you guys have been living together for 2 weeks and you've already had a major incident.
Yeah, like you've been living for 2 weeks and like to me that's like, okay, she's already showing the kind of person she's gonna be. Like you're gonna have some headaches, and like you don't know, living with roommates, like when everything is cool, like obviously it's cool, right? Like you live with your friends and stuff like that, but like I've had issues with roommates before, or with a roommate, you know, and
shut him out. I'm kidding.
Or her. Ooh. And it sucks, man.
It's your
wife.
Just
like
I'm just kidding.
I'm all, she had my kids. No, just kidding. But yeah, man, having like a shitty roommate that's on the lease.
That's awful.
It sucks having to deal with that, because like then you're like avoiding each other in the kitchen, and like, or that person like never comes around anymore, and it's just like, man,
to be honest,
it sucks.
Even if the other person did pay half, I know that, I mean, she had to be like pay half or leave, but
100%. I know what you're gonna say. I agree.
They need to move out anyways, and also take her to small claims court. Take her to small claims court. Dude, if that was me, I'd be pissed. Because now, not only do you have to pay all the rent by yourself again, because you have to look for another roommate, you also have to pay this probably horrendous medical bill.
She said it was $600.
Okay, I didn't remember.
Yeah.
Okay,
today on Judge Judy.
Dude, I'm telling you,
the
if that was
plaintiff
me,
says that.
Not only am I getting on TV, I'm getting my $600.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed off, dude.
Judge Joe
because
Brown.
I'd be like, listen, like I left this cat in my room. I was responsible. This other person admitted that they took the cat out and then abandoned them. I'm getting my $600 and my claim to fame is going to be Judge Judy.
I feel like I was showing my age right now, although I already said my age in episode 1. I'm 35. But I was like, I'm Judge Joe Brown, you know, and then I'm like, today on Montel.
As a 21-year-old, I'm glad to admit I don't know who Joe Brown is.
That's what I'm saying. You don't know Judge Joe Brown? Montel Williams? Ricky Lake?
I know, like, what's it? Who's the You Are Not the Father?
That was...
Maury.
One
of those. That's what I know.
You gotta say it right. Okay. Put some respect on his name.
Maury.
And then so there's Maury, Ricky Lake,
don't know him.
Jerry Springer. You know Jerry
Springer.
Man.
Did Springer also do the You're Not the Father? What was his bit?
I don't know. Dude, his was wild, man. His was just like...
I'm going to binge watch.
Ratchetness. Like ratchetness. Like...
Oh, Tana Montague was on Jerry Springer. I don't know. You don't know who that is. You're showing your age again.
Dang.
Or I'm showing mine. 21.
All right.
Okay.
So clearly not the asshole. She needs to that girl. She needs to leave. That girl needs to leave.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
And small claims court. Judge Judy.
Okay.
Okay. Am I the asshole for returning a birthday gift I got from my boyfriend after he insulted me about my colorful past? All right. This happened last night, but my phone is still blowing up. I, 26 female, dipped into my savings and got Mike, my boyfriend, 27, a PS5 for his birthday yesterday. He knew he was getting a PS5 because he told me that the PS5 is the only thing he wants. We've been together for 4 years, so the cost didn't matter. That is, until I found out what he thinks about me. Some background. When I was 18, I was involved with Jake, a guy who I met online. We ended things after 3 months, and I moved on shortly after with Adam, a guy from work. I found out a couple months later that Jake and Adam were actually really close friends, but I didn't know Jake long enough to meet his friend group, so I had no idea. After finding out, I took some time off dating, and 2 years later, I met my current boyfriend, Mike. I was upfront and honest with Mike about my past and the fact that I had unintentionally been involved with friends. He said he understood and my past didn't bother him. Last night at a party, I showed up with the PS5 and him and his friends were screaming with joy. His best female friend, Jessica, laughed and said, I wish I was a thought so I could afford a PS5 too. I looked at her with an excuse me look on my face and she said, never mind, and walked away.
What the hell?
I confronted my boyfriend about it and he said, and I quote, she's just messing with you. You can't take a joke. So I pushed further as to why this girl is even calling me names to begin with, and he said, well, everyone knows that you were a thought before you met me. I asked him to explain how I was a thought before him, and he said, you know, ... messing with best friends. He then patted me on my shoulder and said that it's okay because I'm not who I was back then, and if he could get over my colorful past and thought mentalities to give me a chance, then I could get over Jessica's comments and give her another chance. I didn't say anything. I just got up, took the PS5 gift off the table, and left.
Boom.
He was pissed.
Boom.
Literally called me 20 times, but I don't care. I was so hurt that I took the bow off, and I don't know what that means. And the bow.
The bow.
Oh my gosh, I can't read, sorry. And took it straight back to the store. I got it from him. They happily refunded it. I thought I was done, but Mike and his friends, including Jessica, are berating me for being petty, and they're all saying that I brought this onto myself by making poor choices. I responded to Mike and told him that he deserves better than me, so find someone who isn't a thought to get him a PS5 because I returned it. He's screaming how I'm the biggest asshole for returning it, and I should be happy that he ignored my colorful past. I'm thinking maybe taking it back went too far.
Dude, is it over?
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculousness. 1000% that guy is an idiot.
That guy sucks bad.
He's an asshole.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to stop you while you were like I just wanted to throw all my opinions out there. Like, I mean, because
he's the worst boyfriend, and they've been together for years.
Ridiculous. I just want ridiculous.
Yeah.
Idiot.
No, she needs to cut it and run.
Cut it and run. And
get a divorce.
It sounds like get a divorce. He needs therapy.
He needs to talk to his dad.
Yo, for real though, honestly, out of all the stories that we've read so far, I feel like this is the one that has angered me the most.
Yeah, no, I'm irritated for her.
Because how old were they? 23 and
26 and 27.
So they're not even. It's not like they're 8, 9. I mean, I know they were in their 20s, but like, you know, the younger you are, usually the worse your choices are. Yeah. But like, the girl gave him that information for whatever reason. She didn't even have to.
I was gonna say, because she's like, I fessed up to my colorful past. Dude, if that was me, I wouldn't feel obligated to share. I mean, it's fine, like, if you want to tell them. I'm not saying that she shouldn't have told them, but it's not like she's like, oh, I was like a prostitute, or something where it's like, hey, maybe, you know, that's good information to disclose. Not that she should be ashamed, but like, you know.
Just, I mean.
Yeah. This is not a big deal at all.
She dated a guy for a couple of months.
And then accidentally dated a friend.
Moved on, dated some other guy, and what the heck? You guys know each other? Oh, yeah. Okay, that sucks.
Yeah. Whatever. And then didn't date anybody for 2 years. So mind you, it's been at least, and then she said they've been together for 4. So it's been at least 6 years. This girl was 20 years old when this was happening. It's
just, even if she was 30 years old, like you know.
Yeah, who cares anyways?
Yeah. She didn't meet the other guy's friends, so there's no way for her to know. But like, what's so for like the guy giving that information
to his friends,
because, well, first of all, it's not even crazy information, right? But the fact that he's telling his friends and this other girl, like, my girl, has actually messed around with 2 guys. First of all, we don't even know where it went.
Yeah.
Right. But like, she dated 2 guys, 2 best friends or whatever. That's already grounds for like, that's telling me everything I need to know about your character.
You're sharing my personal information.
Done.
Yeah. That's it.
Done.
Yeah. Especially.
Done.
Divorce. Again.
So, and then also his mentality of like, I looked past your colorful past. So
just putting so much more weight on that situation than was necessary.
Like, how badly does this guy want a PS5? Because it sounds like he doesn't care about her at all. He just really wants the PS5, and he's like pissed off that she went to go return it.
Also, like, female best friends are something that I don't personally take issue with, but obviously, like, for not even the fact that she's like a woman or whatever, but like to have a best friend that's that much of an asshole, and then also to have them be a woman too. It's like, what are your intentions here of like making me look bad? It just adds an extra layer, I feel like, when there's a problem.
So like, I mean, if you love someone, right? Like if you really love someone, you're going to defend them.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to defend them. So first of all, she's not a thought. Number 2, how does that how like her comment of like, I wish I was a thought so that I could afford a PS5.
Okay.
Like she's
So
not
let me give
making
you
money off of anything.
Let me give you a little bit of extra context. I didn't want to read the update because I felt like it was a little bit dumb.
Okay.
But I mean, on the show, but I did read it. Okay. So basically, she put an update on her page that says that he was the kind of skinny of the update, because it was kind of long, was that basically after he told his friends, there was a running joke that because I guess the original guy Jake had money, and then Adam, the friend that she dated after, had even more money, and so there was a joke that she was a gold digger. And then she's like, that doesn't make any sense. I broke up with Adam, and also Mike, the current boyfriend, doesn't have any money.
Right.
And so then she's like, that doesn't make any sense. But then they were like, oh yeah, it was just kind of the running joke and
but like,
whatever. And that he was Mike, the current boyfriend, was too embarrassed to defend her.
Too embarrassed to defend her
to his friend group.
Okay, well, why did he give that information
in the first place? And also, if he cares about her at all, either you defend her, or you don't stand for those jokes at all. Yeah, totally. Like, or you find new friends, because that's awful that they're talking about your partner like that.
Yeah. So, but like, I guess it goes back to, if he was a man of great character, like a respectful person,
or even decent character,
he wouldn't need to be defending anything, because there would be nothing to defend, because he
wouldn't have said that anyway.
He wouldn't have said that. Not that information is even like wild.
It's not
like that.
It's not. And yeah, so the fact that, I don't know, but the fact that, I mean, obviously she thought it was wild enough to like feel that she had to confess that to him, and he could have obviously taken that and been like, it's not a big deal, but he took it, with the amount of weight that she said it with, and then shared it, and then let his friends talk shit about her behind her back, obviously, for a long time too.
So I think it's kind of weird that at the end that she's like, oh, I took it, I returned it, and I told him that he can find some a thought that can buy him another PS5. But then she said, oh, I hope, but I don't know. Now I'm thinking returning it was going too far.
Yeah.
So the only reason you say that is if you're still going to, like, I feel like the only reason you ask that is like, oh, was returning it going too far? Oh, well, that kind of implies that you're going to stay with him.
So also, sorry, another part of the update, she did end up breaking up with him because of all the comments on the original post.
Oh my God.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm still glad, but I was really hoping that she was like, that she took it upon herself to, I'm breaking up with this fool right away. Because he's an idiot.
She had to read him. But I feel like, okay, to be honest, and maybe this is like a specific character trait, but if everyone around me is telling me that I'm wrong, I don't have enough. Maybe this is like a confidence thing, but I totally get where she's coming from, because even if she felt just in the moment, if everyone's me personally that I'm wrong, I'm gonna question myself, even if I felt like it was 100% right.
Yeah, I feel like that's. I mean,
so it could be her situation.
I know other people that like that's like something that happens to
other
them too.
Losers,
and that. Yeah, I do feel like that's probably a confidence thing. But
it's fine. But I'm glad that basically I love when people get justice on the internet like this, and then they're like, no, I was right, because I feel like there's points in my life where I needed that.
Yeah, like you kind of need somebody else to reassure your
decision
or whatever. But dang, that is crazy. And
I'm happy she broke up with him.
Me too.
And she's still young enough that she's got plenty of time to like find somebody else and whatever. Basically, because I always feel bad when people are like, oh, but we've been together for 4 years.
Who cares? You dodged a bullet on that one.
Who cares? Even if you're 35, 40, who cares? You're gonna be miserable forever because you've been together for 4 years.
Dude, yeah, that story was. I really enjoyed that one. That one really got me. Like, what? Oh, this guy's an idiot.
I hate that guy. I don't hate him, but he sucks really bad. Definitely an asshole. And his friend group is an asshole.
All of those guys, all of those people, idiots.
Jessica, you suck.
Dubbed idiots. Wow, we went through 4 stories again.
4 good ones.
4 good ones, 36 minutes. We hope you guys really enjoyed those as much as I did, especially that last one. Is probably my favorite story that we've gone over on the podcast so far.
I hope you enjoyed our shit talking.
Yeah, for sure. For sharks. So 3 episodes in. We're gonna post this episode so that we'll be 3 episodes in for the week. Next week we've got 2 episodes lined up for you guys. we want to do 2 episodes a week right now.
This week's just special for our 16 subscribers.
It's special for our 16 subscribers. Yeah, like we're pumping them out for you guys, hoping that you guys are enjoying this. And next week we'll have 2 episodes. And if you're enjoying this, please give us a thumbs up and share with your friends. Share the video. We want to start posting some YouTube shorts and some reels, maybe with like highlights of this kind of stuff too. So
yeah, leave us a
look out for
comment
that.
if there's anything that you want to hear about specifically. If you have any links to good stories or stories yourselves, leave a comment.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I guess that's it, right? So we'll see you all next week. And till the next episode.
Peace.
Peace.